Welcome. So here we are. We are embracing meditation and we are connecting into the frequency of love. This is a powerful practice and a powerful understanding that you can apply to anything you're doing, anything you're experiencing. And if by chance you are a light worker or an energy healer, or even an individual who prays for their family or their friends, who takes time to connect in to sending healing light and blessings, you can apply what you're going to learn here today to that time as well. And it will amplify that light work, those blessings, those intentions as well. So with meditation in general, we're coming from an understanding that it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to drive us crazy, that we have to silence everything. No thoughts for you. But that we can actually allow everything to be unfolding, everything to be moving, everything to be doing whatever it is doing. Our thoughts, the world around us, whether it's children or animals or the neighbors, whatever it is, all of that can keep moving. And in meditation, it is very doable. And in my humble opinion, a way to truly embrace meditation, the way meditation is, I think, intended to be embraced, maybe would be a thought we could contemplate. So allowing all of that to happen and allowing yourself space and time for you to get used to allowing all that to happen and still connecting into you, still finding the silence within the being, even when the world is making its noise. And even when this world is making its noise, because that can happen as well. Yes, in a meditative state, we can be in that space seeking to connect in and to know thyself. And this part can be having a lot of conversations. So that's okay. That's the first thing I want to say, is that's okay. If we can begin to allow ourselves that concept, that perception, it's going to open up meditation completely for you. And if you're already an avid meditator or very attuned with this practice, then you will just be able to go even deeper. But this is geared to meet everybody right where they're at. So whether they have never found meditation to be something that was for them, or if you're someone who does it daily, this information is just meeting everybody right where they're at. So the concept of understanding we don't have to control all of the noise around us or within us to still be able to connect into our wholeness. And so why is this coming? Why do I teach it this way, right? Why do I not teach it where you just silence it all? Because I think we're supposed to learn to live it. I think that the key to this is learning to live in a state of connectiveness to our wholeness at all times. Because for me, meditation is connecting to my wholeness. It is finding the spaces within me that I've never seen before and listening to hear what they may have to say or show me. Sometimes it's what I see. And when I say see, it doesn't mean I visually see an entire picture drawn out for me by my inner knowing. Sometimes I see with how I feel. And many of you may relate to this. There are some who have vivid pictures or, illustrations that they really see. And then there are some who don't see that way and they feel and they know what's present. So just remember that if you hear people giving feedback or you read feedback on some of my sites and it blows you away because you're like, wow, a lady saw a dragon, and that lady went to a planet, and that lady was like flying through the cosmos with like a guide, and an angel showed up. And then you're thinking, what's wrong with me? I didn't see all of that, you know? And so I just want you to know, not all the time is it seen. Many times it's seen, as in felt, like they know it, they can feel it. So I also put that out there so that as we go into this space, and part of this class is going to be me teaching and presenting this concept and this perception of it. And then the other part is going to be us navigating the space of meditation with this understanding together. So as we go into that space later, keep in mind, we don't always see a drawing or an actual, being standing in front of us, but we may feel the presence of a being. And then we may allow, what does that look like to me? And then our inner being gives us that picture. So be open to these different ways of seeing. And this is all connected to your multidimensional senses, as you are a multidimensional being, and you are beginning to anchor that into this now version of you more and more. So these are how you do that. We begin to open up the senses as we begin to give them spaces in which they can open. And this type of meditation, it's like just taking the lid off of the box, the judgment or attachment to having something have to be done a certain way in order to be a certain thing. And we're allowing. And so in this space, I think you'll notice a lot of freedom and liberation to meet you on your own terms and get to know you even better. I've done meditation classes in the past recently, and many who are here were there. So, but as I also have new people present, so I'm trying to touch on the spaces that I feel are the most important going in. And so I feel like I've established that understanding of how we are perceiving meditation and allowing ourselves to open up that perception. I want to explain this one concept one more time. Many have heard it before, but it's important, and we can hear it again and again. And every time we hear it, we anchor it more, right? Because what we focus on expands. So by speaking about it, we anchor it. By thinking about it, we're expanding it in this now. So understanding that when you go into a meditative state, and again, that can be many things. It can be sitting outside in nature and just looking around at the beauty of nature and allowing your mind to just connect in and go deeper from that space, right? You don't have to close your physical eyes to meditate, in my humble opinion. But I have experienced this myself, so I feel like I can say that. And it's okay if somebody else thinks differently, but daydreaming is kind of like a state of meditation, right? And so then if someone really has a problem with closing the eyes to meditate, this is an option. That's why I say it, because there are those who feel that way. That's why I say it. Another way to look at this is also a key point for me is that turned everything around for me with meditation about 2 years ago. And that is when you close your physical eyes to meditate and you're seeing that black darkness because you've closed the eyes. So, right, the physical eyes are closed. So you're seeing that void blackness in front of you, right? Allow your inner knowing, allow your imagination, allow your being to perceive that black as not just, I'm sitting here in this room and it's all quiet and I've shut my mouth, but my mind's still going and my eyes are closed. Wow, this is fun. No, allow yourself to contemplate and come up maybe like a bird's eye view of your being sitting there, your now version, your physical suit, and you're kind of like watching yourself, right? And so you're sitting there with your eyes closed and the inner you is seeing that darkness and the inner you is imagining that bird's eye view of you. Now imagine that darkness is like around the physical body as if you're in a quantum space, like you're in space, okay? You're in this void. and there's nothing around you. It's just you. There's no carpet underneath you. There's no couch underneath you. There's no walls around you of your home or wherever you are. But allow that when we do this later, we're going to try this, okay? Allow that space where you're getting that in your inner knowing, your imagination, that you're actually in this void that you're seeing with the physical eyes shut. Yes. And then begin to look into it with anticipation. Look into it, and you're breathing. The body's been let go. You're just allowing that with every exhale, the body's letting go more. And so you're sinking into this space deeper and deeper, but you're actively connecting by what you're seeking. Seek and ye shall find. So seek, yes? So look into that void. And as you're looking into it, imagine it as that space of the nothingness of everything. And it's like anything that could ever possibly be created exist in the field of limitless potential. Seeing it as that, understanding it's all there, and you're allowing yourself space to contemplate that. That's all you're doing, is space to contemplate it. You do not have to worry if you're thinking other thoughts. We've talked about that before. You don't have to worry if you're thinking, did I do this or did I do that? Or, uh-oh, where's the dog? Or blah, blah, blah. Just, if those thoughts come in, we just let them keep on moving. That's okay. They're just happening. That's called you're alive and you have a brain. It's okay. So just allow them to keep on going by, but you keep looking. You keep seeking into that field in that relaxed state of flow. Allow, right? And you have that intention going in that you will connect in with more of you. And I always love to think in my mind, I connect in with more of me, with my greatest and highest good. And I'm open to meeting my other selves. I'm open to meeting my light team. I'm open to seeing my angels, whatever it is that is the most beneficial for my being in this space, right? So that's where I come from. You can do that as well if you'd like. Set that intention. I'm open to meeting those who come in the greatest degree of love for me, those who, and my being on a deeper level. I'm open to meeting my being on a deeper level. And this is how I ended up meeting other versions of me who I now have connected into with my soul languages, my soul messages that come through. So it's a really beautiful practice to get to know yourself. It's a really powerful practice, and it's not hard. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be actually very easy and kind of exciting and fun because it's an exploration. I love to think of it that way. It's an exploration, and I am a pioneer going into a space of the unknown, uncharted territories of myself, right? I don't know these spaces yet. So I have my paper and I'm charting it out. And then every time I go in, I learn a new space. I understand a bit more. And then I can mark that down, and I'm mapping out me. And how awesome is that, right? So that in itself is a wonderful perception for going into this space of meditation. And again, there are many ways to meditate. There are many forms of meditation. I offer guided meditations on my YouTube channel. My GETs, my group energy transmissions once a month, those are pretty much like a guided meditation. Those of you who've been there, you kind of know I'm guiding you the whole time. And I never thought of them that way. But then when I started teaching the meditation classes, I was like, I'm kind of doing this once a month anyways, but we added the energy. So keeping all of that in mind, just as you navigate either going deeper with meditation or becoming open to meditation, right? Doesn't matter where you're at. This thing meets you in any of those spaces and just offers a space in which you can embrace you more. That's what it's all about. Along the way with meditation, there are many other things that benefits that come in besides just knowing yourself more, which is to me the pinnacle. That's the highest point of benefit. But it's an excellent stress reducer. It's proven. They've studied it in many major medical colleges, spaces, scientific studies, and it does stuff in the brain, and it helps the levels in the blood pressure and all these other things. Children do extremely well with it when they're taught to and guided with meditation for many different types of disorders. Like, I don't like the word disorders, but it's a word we still use here in the US mainly. But like ADD and ADHD and obsessive compulsive, different ones, they do very well with this. So, and it's, you would think that's crazy, right? Because the whole concept of being still, but there's so many ways to approach meditation. So keeping all of that in mind, and then we're going to add one real big factor in that's going to just pop this baby through the roof. Okay. I love this one. And that is, we're going to take the understanding of meditation. We're going to take all this that we've already spoke of getting in, of allowing yourself to let the thoughts go right through. If they're coming, that's okay. Let them do their thing. You're doing your thing. Okay. And looking into that beautiful space of the void with anticipation and excitement. Who's showing up? What part of me is coming in to say hi to me today? Whew, I am excited, right? And hey, let me just tell you, I have had some experiences. I told this story before. It's very brief, but I was in a meditation and I was seeing these beautiful waves of purple coming in, and they splash with me. It's like purple, 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 purple. Woof. And then it goes away, and then it's like purple, purple, and it does it again and again. And I love that, because for me, I know I'm going in deeper. I'm like, ooh, I'm going in the quantum space of me. I get really excited. So in this one particular instance, I was seeing that and I was like, okay. And I try to keep my focus in a balance, because it seems to me if I go too hard as to like, ooh, what's that? It's like, wow, then I lose it. But if I could stay in a space of like, okay, I see you, but I'm not looking. I'm not looking, but I'm looking. But if I can stay in that space, I see better, longer. So anyways, I was doing it and it was working well for me. And the purple was flooding in. And then all of a sudden I saw eyes and a nose and a mouth. I couldn't see the rest of the head per se, but I could see just that center piece, right? Like this. And I could see them just looking at me through this purple that was coming in. And the purple had stopped splashing at that point. When I saw the face, it was holding the purple. Like the purple was solid in my sight, and then the face was in the center. And so I was like, okay. And I was like really trying to like monitor myself, because I was like, I really want to understand what's happening here. And I really want to know who I'm looking at. And I didn't want to lose it. So I was doing my best. And then it started to come closer to me. And it was just like taking me in while I'm taking it in. And I was like, oh my God, I was so excited. And then it came even closer. And it was really just like, looking at me. And then when it got closer, I just kind of couldn't help myself anymore. And I really got excited. And I was like, and I was like thinking, who are you? What are you? What's going on? And then right then it was like, ooh, so I tell that story for many reasons. One, to give you an idea of what's possible if you've never experienced it. And two, if you've had that moment where, whoa, you're not alone. And then there's moments where you go back in and you go a little deeper and you get some more answers. So all of that is possibilities. And I'm sure there's many more stories, even from just our group here today, that would be incredible to hear as well. So, but I share that with you. So when you're going in, you have all these different understandings of how people are seeing or feeling what they're experiencing, and how it may be unfolding. Now, the thing that you can add in, the one that shoots it through the roof, the one that takes it over the top, is when you're in this space and you're looking into the void and you're seeking with anticipation, you're intending to connect in deeper to yourself, then try this one. And you may have already done it. And if you have, then you'll just have testament of how wonderful it is. So you're in that space, and then think of yes, in this moment, think of someone or a thing or a place that brings you absolute love, that you love on a level that is just, it's really beautiful. It's the purity of love, as much as you've ever felt it, right? Whether that's like a family member or a place or an experience, a moment, a memory, or a now thing. But if you can key in, sometimes I'll do like a memory with my child. I have two daughters. They're older now, but I'll do, and I love them now. Not that the memories of them now aren't enough, but those baby memories, there's just something about them. They're so precious, maybe they're fleeting in a sense, but that I sometimes will do that. I'll go through different spaces of time, or a place. Like I love Sedona. Many of you know that. And I mean, I love it. Like I have a deep attachment to it in my being. So sometimes I will see a space in Sedona and I will hold that energy connection of that love that I feel when I'm there in my being, when I'm looking into the void. So connecting into love frequency during meditation is incredibly powerful experience. And many of you have already felt this because I've spoken with many of you after group energy transmission sessions or one-on-one sessions where you have felt a lot of emotions and you said you felt like home, you felt like an immense amount of love around you. That is what happens when we bring love frequency in, or we tap into love frequency in meditation. You feel it. You feel love frequency move through your body. It's an energy. The frequency of love is an energy, right? And in that space, you feel it move through your being. And I feel that it amplifies what we're experiencing. So if we're seeking to know thyself, and we're seeking to connect deeper and get more understanding on just who we are individually, what we bring, what we're here for, whatever those questions are for you. But I feel like it amplifies it because it's so high. And I think it makes sense because think about it. Even when we learn about manifestation, and we learn about gratitude and joy being such high vibratory states of energy, and that when we get into those spaces, when we are intending to manifest, that it amps the manifestations. They're more rapid, they're more clear, they come in faster, quicker alignment. So I think it would make sense that the vibration of love, I mean, Christ said the greatest of these is love. And I believe that that is so true. I don't think it's the love we talk about on the planet. That I think that the love we talk about and express in certain ways on the planet is just an inkling of what love truly is. The love that is connected into God, the love that is your wholeness, your essence, okay? So keeping that in mind when you're in that meditative state and you're connecting into love, you can utilize, you can tap into a memory of a person, a place, a space, an experience, to connect into that sense of the frequency of love. But that's just the beginning of like aligning yourself with the frequency of love. So you can utilize that memory, that experience, that person, whatever it is for you. And then you're aligning with love. And then you're allowing in the meditation for it to open up for your greatest and highest good. So now the alignment of love comes from that which we are able to contemplate and understand and have lived, but we're open and allowing the expansion for it to go to the God love, the love that is even beyond that which humans feel they understand. So that in itself, I think, is a powerful understanding to allow and perception to allow, because now we are truly then in a space where we can expand even the frequency of love that we're connecting with. I don't think it's ever one level with love. Maybe not even with any of those beautiful or any of the energies, period, even the ones that are more uncomfortable to feel. There's levels of everything. There's, you know what I mean? So keeping that in mind, though, for the expansion of the connection with the love frequency. So I'll guide you in to a space of you connecting into that limitless field of potential in front of you, the void that is, the nothingness of everything, right? And in that space, so two parts, learning, guiding to go in or go deeper, depending upon your level, and no judgment, no attachment, except intention, right? To connect in with that which is for your greatest and highest good, and be open. And then we're going to tap in a certain space after we get in to the frequency of love, and just allow yourselves to sense, see, feel, whatever your thing is. What does that do? How does that shift that space for you? Okay. And then we'll come out and we'll have space in case there are any questions that anybody would like to ask. And what you can do then is do this again on your own as you feel to, and expand the time you spend there. Okay. And this is also recorded, so you could even reuse the guided part, and you can go in again and experience it again that way as well. But it's coming from a space that is intended to meet everybody. So whether they love meditation or they've never done it or they hate it, it's intended to meet everybody right where they're at, and facilitate a space that all can find their way into that connectiveness to oneself, and then connecting into the frequency of love as well. Okay. So what we'll do is I will just ask you to be in a comfortable position. You can be seated with the back straight, but you don't have to be rigid or anything. You want to be able to relax, or you can lay down. There's no reason why you can't lay down for meditation. It's fine. We lay down for energy sessions. Why can't we lay down for meditation? So lay down or sit, but get comfortable. Just get into a comfortable position. And then we're going to start with you're closing the physical eyes and you're breathing into your heart center. So just breathing in nice and slow. And when you exhale, you want to let your body just let it drop. Just breathing in and let the body go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And just allow yourself to get settled. Allow the body to drop. Just allow that breath in and out. Now you're seeing this void in front of you. Your physical eyes are closed. You're just allowing this space. Thoughts in the mind, they can do as they please. You are doing as you please. Just allow, looking into that void, anticipating, connecting deeper with you. Just looking into the void. And just allow, breathing in to the heart, and just letting the body go. Beautiful, beautiful. And just following your breath in and out in a gentle rhythm. And you may even have sensations in your body in your hands, or you may feel a sensation of energy moving through the heart or the throat, the head. This is natural. You are a new human. You are expanding your senses. You are going to feel new sensations in meditation. Just looking into that void and allowing. No judgment, just allowing. If you can take a moment and bless your root center, this will be a wonderful thing to add to your meditation practice. Bless your root center. It's at the bottom of your torso. Just intending that blessing. You're setting the stage. You are setting up that which is for your greatest and highest good. And blessing your connection to the earth. This is done through your root lines, your light lines that go into the planet. And you're blessing them. And we do this because you're expanding. In meditation, you're expanding. In energy sessions, you're expanding. In classes, you're expanding. This is your life now. You are an ever-expanding being of light, having a human experience. Blessing this root center will help you anchor your experiences. Anchoring you. Beautiful. Beautiful. We offer that blessing to the root. We offer that blessing to the root lines. Just breathing into your heart, looking into that void, and just allowing. Letting that body go. Beautiful, beautiful. And now take a moment and think of someone, something, a memory, a place, this very moment, whatever it is that you feel an immense amount of love for or from or both. Just allow yourself to see that space, that person, that memory. Feel that love. Feel that love. Allow your focus to expand that frequency, that energy in connection with your meditation, your space that you are in this now. Just holding that connection, feeling that love, and just allowing it to open up. Opening up in alignment to the frequency of love that connects into God and connects into you. Just allow yourself to feel that. Just allow yourself to be in the space of it. Whether the feelings are potent or whether the feelings are faint, just be. No judgment of it. Trusting all is unfolding for your highest good. Believing all is unfolding for your highest good. Looking into that void and allowing. We've paused the outside world. We allow everything to do what it is doing while we know we are doing what we are doing. Just being in this space that you made for yourself. And if you feel to move your body when you meditate, that is perfectly fine. Listen to your inner knowing. Sometimes when I meditate, my head wants to tilt back, or my hands want to move. My being is helping me. Trust yourself. Allow this space to expand as you expand. There's no wrong way to be you. There's no wrong way to meditate your way. Breathing into your heart. Just as you exhale, you're anchoring in more of you. Beautiful. Just allow yourself to send love to all those who come into your mind, who come into your heart. Send love to your being on all levels of your being. Just holding that space and allowing love to flow. In all spaces of you, your earliest first breath, all the way to this now breath. See love flowing through your entire now lifeline. You can intend that as you exhale, love flows to all of your now lifeline. It's all the way back to your first breath. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're just letting yourself feel that love. Love is so beautiful, isn't it? Such a gift to give and receive. And you can send this love, this wave of this light of love over all past lives as well. Just giving yourself a huge hug, basically. This is the epitome of self-love, sending it to every space of you, every space of you. That's beyond Earth, that's dimensions, realities, possible multiverses. There's a lot to this. Just allow that wave of love to flow. Flow, flow, flow to all of you. Beautiful, beautiful. Just let it flow. Just breathing into your heart. And as you exhale, the wave of love flows. You can feel it in your physical body as it just washes over you. Gratitude comes forward as we feel love, yes. Just allow the love to flow. The greatest of these is love. Beautiful, beautiful. You're doing a beautiful space of love for you. lot of energy moving in this space. Beautiful. And let's breathe into the heart center one more time, nice and slow. And as we exhale, we're anchoring in this beautiful space of love. Beautiful, beautiful. You can offer gratitude to all those who were present with you, seen and unseen. And you can bless your being on all levels and bless the connectiveness of you through meditation to yourself, to your wholeness, to God. Bless that. Bless that perception. Bless that understanding. Bless that knowing. Bless the space. It's yours. And then slowly, very, very, very slowly, please. You can start by moving your toes or your fingers. And then when you're ready, very slowly, you'll open the physical eyes, but have that inner knowing that they're going to be viewing a space that is a little bit different vibrationally than when they closed, because you have expanded a bit since the space prior. So allow for that understanding when you feel ready to open your physical eyes. Just taking your time, taking some breaths, and connecting back into this now space, but at the same time anchoring and knowing that that space of connectiveness to our wholeness, that space that we call meditation, that is always with us. It's always available to us. It's always happening. We're just pausing things and keying in, taking a look. How's it going? What's going on in me? Okay? It's always happening. But in these spaces of meditation, you're choosing to check in and see how you are doing. So that perception is helpful as well. I'm going to check on me. And then eventually, the more we do that, the more we get into a really integrated connection with our inner being, our wholeness. We begin to bring that part of us into this physical reality more and more. And we will be in experiences with others, with our thoughts, with other people. And we will hold a state just like we hold in meditation. Everything can be happening, but we have a presence. We have a grounding. We have a center. We have a knowing that we helped ourselves gain and integrate by going into that space of meditation and having those connective moments, so that eventually we live them even in our open eye moments. So allow yourself that perception as well. And the more you contemplate that, the more you think about it, the more you interact with that understanding and implement that understanding, the more you will anchor it and begin to live and be all of you, your wholeness in every moment. You will have messages coming through and understandings. You will hold a centered space. It's an incredible space to live from. And I believe it's a natural place to live from, but we've never been in a space consciously cultivating it before. And now we are. So keep that in mind as well. I hope and believe and intend that this is beneficial for you. This understanding, these perceptions, this type of viewpoint, yes, of how we connect with us, God, our wholeness, and how we can begin to integrate this space energetically and holy into our now spaces, as in, physical waking hours. Work with this again if you feel to. I am here, though, if I may be of assistance in any way. I hope this broadened your perception of meditation in general and took us to a little higher dimensional perceptual viewpoint of it and how we utilize it. Thank you for letting me walk with you, and thank you for walking with me. I really do love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, I will see you again soon. Have an amazing now. Have an amazing now. Bye, guys. Bye bye.